The Rise is somewhere really unique, so it would be really hard to reproduce it. But somewhere that has a sense of community, a sense of charity, an open door policy, friendship. If you can get all those factors in a really funky vibe, then you're on a winner.
Phil had this vision about this coffee shop, like this house was here, no one knew about the guys, about Tiglin. It was in Greystones for years and never knew about it, but he wanted to connect Tiglin and the community and this coffee shop together.
I swim every day and have done for the last 4 years, and the one thing in Greystones is coffee shops are everywhere, but there was no coffee shop near the Cove. So this was like just the lotto, having a coffee shop here.
So you can come up here on your own and know no one, and you'll be here 4 hours later chatting to someone that you've just met. Do you know what I mean? It just has that, it has that essence and vibe about it. I don't really know how to explain it. It's a real hub in the town. It just feels like home, you know.
So I moved down to Carrigaden in August last year, 2021. And the opportunity came to work at the Rise in November when it first opened, so I just grafted it. It added structure to my life. You know, if you're an addict or in recovery, you know, you're different and all, but we're not, like, you know. It's nice to form those relationships, and it's great to get to know customers, and some have become, you know, close friends as well, like, and introducing new things to my life, you know, and sea swimming and stuff, like, so it's played a big part in my life anyway, working here.
Tiglin to me is a really special place, a place that we've always been able to support from afar, but at the same time had quite a distant, you know, we didn't know the people who lived in the house, and it just sat on the hill above where we swam. Whereas now we meet the people, we hear their stories, they hear our stories, and it's this lovely environment that we can chat openly and freely about our different life experiences, and I love it.
It's to reintegrate people into society, you know, that's had problems, and, you know, trying to then get back on their feet, and then, you know, get part into society, relearn, retrain, and you know, even just, you know, learn how to make an amazing cup of coffee. That's a real skill. It really is a skill.
Not only is it a central hub and a really nice area to have coffee, but because you feel like you're giving back to the community through every cup of coffee that you buy, it feels good. So there's a feel-good factor to it, as well as all the other elements that you get from being here, the social side of it. But that link to Carrigaden and Coolnagrena and Tiglin in general is amazing.
You know, a lot of people who need treatment, you know, people may turn their back on them and they might be shunned from society. But here, the lads go for treatment, they come here, they're actually employed here, they get a salary, their self-worth is so much improved. They all love it here.
Getting in there and chatting to people behind, you know, making my coffee or whatever, you get to hear a little of their stories, and they're inspiring.
I think Gav and Phil are just, they make an effort to get to know you.
They're not just behind the counter serving coffee, they're mingling and they're talking to people and they're coming around, you know, arm around the shoulder, things like that makes you feel really part of it all. So they're not just staff working in a coffee shop, they're friends.
I'm Steve Crosby, and I am the proud owner of Harte Saunas in collaboration and affiliation with Rise the Cove Café. Rise for me is my second chance at actually giving it a proper go at the business, because they took us in and, you know, even learning a bit more about what addiction really is as well. I feel like I have a very strong connection with a lot of the guys here on site as well, because they probably deem it as their second chance as well.
In October 2020, I went into Tiglin Rehabilitation Centre. When someone doesn't know you, they just see you as a drug addict, you know, and maybe not even a recovering one. Oh, that fella's a drug addict. And I think it broke that stigma, because a lot of people that came into the cafe hadn't a clue that it was run by Tiglin. So they were talking to us, and then they'd find out we were actually living in the house. They were kind of taken back by it a little bit, you know, which was good. It broke that stigma for me. So I had just about finished my 17 months. Got the opportunity to come over and start working in the cafe. Ended up barista coffee training for a couple of months. Moved into supervisor role then. And yeah, now I supervise a couple of days on my own with the lads in the cafe, and it's been a really good journey, like, you know. It kind of broke the barriers from Tiglin, the big blue house in the middle of Greystones. You know, people finally understand what it is and what they do for people.
So everybody talks about the great coffee. Are you going to reveal the secret ingredients like the Kentucky Fried Chicken?
It's the hands. It's the hands.